It's the leader. He's the wizard. He's forcing the mouth open.
Well, stop him. Kill him or something.
My dagger is gone. You kill him.
Not me. It's bad luck to kill a wizard.
Wait. There's a better way to take care of a wizard.
Welcome to As Garfield Intended, with your host, the Ebon Hand.
Hello, everyone. This is going to be episode 12. We're just doing a kind of a recap of the year. We gathered up Steve and Jason, Eric, and myself, and just talked about some of the stuff that the Ebon Hand did in 2022. So, not well structured or anything, pretty typical. I will just say a quick thank you to everyone that listens. Looks like we got a few listeners, and we've been doing this for, I guess, since July. And I don't know, really enjoy the podcast. It's a lot of fun for us, and seem to get a little bit of positive feedback from the community every now and then too. So that's nice. I hope you guys enjoy it, and Happy New Year to you all.
1, 2, 3, 4!
Jason, what is the very big magic card that you have in the bottom left corner of your screen?
Bottom left corner of my screen. Very big magic card. I have no idea what you're talking about.
It looks like the card looks huge. Does anyone else see that?
Oh, this right here?
Yeah, okay. Is that a big card?
Yeah, it's a big hypnotic
Okay.
spectrum.
I'm like, either I'm drunk or that card looks massive, dude.
I got a bunch of them.
Okay.
It's like the old burger commercial.
Really? Why do you have such big cards?
They were box toppers for 8th and 9th edition.
No way.
And so I've just got a bunch of them. I got a Land War Elf, Icy Manipulator, Sarah Angel, Force of
Let me see the
Nature.
angel. Let me see the angel.
It's not the cool art.
No, that's good art.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
Art,
it's
but
not
it's not
the,
the cool art.
yeah, it's not the OG.
It's good art. not the cool one.
Art, but
Yeah.
it's not that great. Yeah.
Yeah, all kinds. I got all kinds of shit. I bought a collection off somebody, and this stuff was just in it. I don't know what to do with it all.
So I grabbed those Vanguard cards off of. I want to do a Vanguard event someday where everyone gets a card. Either, I think probably the best thing to do is you let people pick them at the event, and then when you come back, you're going to use that with it because it gives you plus hand size or whatever. Maybe we'll just pick them all at random. But I haven't looked into any more since when I get up, EJ's 6 or 7 of them, something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah, I think there's over 20, I think, total. So I'd like to get all of them, and then some of them are pretty terrible, some of them are pretty busted. And I don't know, we could maybe at the end of that'd be kind of cool. The winner of the next event gets to pick first and just have them all sitting out, and you can go start sniping your Vanguard card for the next
Last
event.
Last place gets to pick first.
Last place picks first. That's a good call. I like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like picking first. I mean,
Oh yeah. That's what they do at Kumite, right? You get last place, you get the first pick of the altars.
yeah. So I need to get on that pretty quick here. All right, guys. Well, I wanted to get together and do a year in review before the year's over. We only got 2 days left, so getting a little tight.
Yep.
Stuff to produce this thing and get it out. So
I don't think anybody will care if it's a few days after the end of the year. It'll be fun.
I don't know. Our
All
crowd
five
is harsh, man. It's really holds you to it.
Those Netherlands critics.
I think have we had any? This is the whole podcast has been just this year, right? Nothing from 2021.
I think it's all just been this year. Yeah, so been doing pretty good. We're 10 or 11 episodes or something in a year. That's almost one a month. That's pretty good for my schedule. I'll take it.
Yeah.
I like it.
Real
It's
question,
fun.
have we only played Ante this year?
With the new Alpha to Alliances ante. I mean, we did some other ante before. We've done
Yeah.
the booster draft. We had the ones where we try to add in the Ice Age lands. We've done ante, but this year's really, I think
unleashing the Alpha to alliances has really made it fun.
It's when it hit its stride.
Yeah, it's when it hit its stride, right? Let me give you a hint of what I got brewing over here. So we're already talking Rabid Wombat. Hopefully you can't see it all. And a Necropotence deck.
Oh, Rapid
That's
Wombat's
right.
double green, right?
Necro Wombat, yes.
Man, you could drop a lot of webs from the Necro.
And spin a lot of webs fast.
Ooh.
There's a lot of alliances and Ice Age enchantments and crap. It's a wild brew. I'm like, really? Am I going to ante this stuff?
So from the sound of yesterday, it seems like you, Eric, and myself all got a little Alpha to Alliances tech spice we're not talking about.
Oh yeah. Well, I got another one too. Yeah, Eric's got me going on a bad mood brew. Oh, I mean, it's like every time we start talking about a card, like, you know what would be cool is to put that in Alpha Alliances and make it ante, you know? Like, we can make that one pretty cheap. And then we kind of, so I think that's been the breakout format of the year.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
We're looking at, somebody was about to share a cool screenshot.
No, it was just I was trying to click things to get you had all frozen up. I don't know what's going on. Now it's working.
All right. Well, thanks for flashing your bank account information. We'll get that on YouTube. Should be no problem.
That's fine. We'll put it along with Eric's address.
Yeah, I had to go back and edit that. It was like the next freaking day. I had it on YouTube, and I'm like, son of a bitch, I forgot to take that. I had to go back, take it down. I already had like 8 views, lost all 8 of those. And it's uploaded a fresh one. I don't know. It's probably never recovered. It's
It's like the what's the guy? The Lion Tiger King. I'll never recover from this.
Yeah, that's like my biggest fear is just somebody breaking into my house and taking my collector's edition cards, thinking that they're Alpha. Dude, guys, I swear it's worth robbing this guy. It's not. It's actually not. My collection looks insane. It's all clip CD. Sorry.
Be brutal. All right. Well, let's start. Let's pick a topic and start working through here.
Let's rock.
Let's start with big stuff. I had a little list in the email, but all right. What best event that we've visited? Not that we hosted. But
Easy.
GloryCon.
Oh, okay.
Eric, you didn't make it to GloryCon, did you?
Mm-mm.
I know. There's GloryCon and we made it to Thrash Bash. We're both really good ones.
GloryCon was like right up my alley. I like that old shit.
Thrash Bash, we played in a fucking castle, dude.
In a castle.
Bro, that was like my, I don't know. I played like Legacy in the Lucas Oil Stadium at one point in my Magic casual career, and I played in a castle, and like those are the two, like, man, I'm never forgetting those. I'll be all timers, whatever you give me. I'll forget my kid's name before I forget about playing Magic in a castle, dude. That was so rad, so cool. But I didn't make it to GloryCon, so I can't talk for you guys. That must have been pretty badass.
I think GloryCon was set up really well. That's I'm gonna say that.
I'm afraid that he's not doing it next year, though, is he? He's just doing an ante thing next year.
I don't know if he's doing it next year. Yeah.
In 2023, it looks like he's doing an ante event. I looked at that a little bit. It's different. We get back to but yeah. Looks like you play like Swedish legal, but with reprints, and then you ante a card, and then after the game, you flip it over, and it's like, hey, Black Lotus. Then you just take a card, you write Black Lotus, and give that to your opponent, and then they can play that as a Lotus the rest of the event. But you get your card back, so you're not really out anything. It's just the experience of playing ante. So that's kind of cool. I don't know. It's different. I know Mike wants to play real ante 40K. I do have a 40K deck built. I'd like to go just to play him for real once or twice, but
I played my Alpha 40K deck against yours today, Dad, and I beat you.
He was playing this deck today, and I don't want to sell all the tech or whatever. It was a cool deck. It was pretty spicy, you know. and and everything I had, I was like, all I really have is these ante decks. He was like, oh yeah, sure. So he flips an ante card, I throw one out there, and we play, and then he wins. So I'm like, what'd you bet? I was like, oh, Mox Ruby. He had thrown it out there.
Yeah, I was anteing it, dude.
Yeah,
I had
he's
Lotus.
like, you ante or not? Like, you sure?
I had all
So
the
I
power
do kinda
and
wish
dual
that-
lands. Yeah, I had it all in there, man. I had all the dual lands and all the power in there. He could have won. He lost though.
No, still lost this.
You
Ice
would have
Age
won.
Forest.
Dude. You were so close to winning though. If you had one more land, you definitely would have won. It was a
Yeah,
really,
you were
really
pretty
sweet-
cocky, like, oh, that alpha trash, yeah, I can stomp that. And it was like that green land destruction deck was pretty quick.
It was lucky,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
Yeah, I got.
Yeah,
hit
and
by
I made a
some-
misplay. But yeah, so I mean, I don't know. Andy does have an appeal. I'm trying to debate on going out there in March. I like those guys. It'd be cool to go to next year.
Makes the game more fun. You got the scarcity of winning or losing your cards. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, the way he's got it, though, I mean, imagine you're going to keep winning, you win Ancestral, you can start running 2 and then 3, like as you get stuff going throughout the event. It'd be kind of cool. It's like a pod system. You just play for 5 hours against people. It'd be fun. It's just a long haul, and I don't know if I use my wife credit on that one or not. So I'm not sure.
We did get an invitation to another one. It's like really last minute notice. It's January 14th in Michigan.
Those guys are the friggin' worst at notifications, man.
I can forward you the info. He sent me the message like 2 or 3 hours ago, I think.
Okay, cool.
And we might do an
We'll
event.
see. Send
While
to
we're talking about events, we might be doing an event ourselves in 2023 of the Battle for Ohio. Is that?
Yeah, the Battle for Ohio. We'll get into that in a minute. Yeah, I got a plan. I think I got a really good idea for it. All right, best event. I mean, I'm gonna vote Thrash Bash because I'm an old skater, and even though even GloryCon was right up there, but I won the Spice Prize with that whorehouse deck, which was really cool, and I mean that did make me super happy. But
That's the one
You had you had a QR code like edited to a video that you had made. It was insane.
yeah, everyone sprinkled the whores with jewels, and it showed the moxes, and yeah, I had a whole story for everything. So that was a proud moment. I did love that. That was a big Spice Prize for me to win. I really liked
It's
that.
a spicy event. To win the
I
spicy.
mean, about the only
award
thing
for-
that could take it down would be an event based around thrashing, which was like my entire childhood as a dumbass skater. So I don't think anything else out there even come close. So.
Thrash Bash, the weirdest and coolest thing was like a dude that didn't play old school just liked Thrash Bash or the thrashing, the movie. He just like came, he was a fan of the movie. He was like, well, like I kind of play Magic sometimes, but I really like the thrashing movie. Shows up like down to play old school. Like that was the most old school like pioneer I've ever seen that doesn't even play old school.
Dude, we had the most thrashing exit to that event because we were on the second floor in that little restaurant bar place. Then when it was
Whoa.
over, we came downstairs to leave and walked straight to a bridal shower, wedding, whatever, professional photographers. Here we are in denim jeans and vests and back patches. Like, what's up?
Then you smacked the bride on the ass. That was pretty funny.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah, that happened. We totally thrashed the wedding. No, that is funny though.
One
That
of those
is super
looked
trash.
at me and just burned my soul with her eyes. Like she stared a hole straight through me. Like, get the fuck out of this room.
I fist bumped the groom and gave a bridesmaid a kiss. It was pretty awesome.
It was
Yeah.
did a kickflip out the door, dude. It was a great year. Great year. Awesome event, dude.
All
I
right,
do
that's,
wish yeah, GloryCon sounds badass though.
I know.
Dude, what was like I guess we're gonna get to it later on, but like a prized moment of 2023 or 2022, I'm sure was winning like that Spice Award because it's a spicy event.
yeah,
when
that
you
was
win
probably the
a-
highlight of my year, honestly, as far as things go. I mean, that was awesome.
When you win a spicy deck in a spicy event.
And the defending Spice champ was like devastated. He thought he had it locked. Like he was just coming back to get his second 2 years in a row, and I showed up, and I could see the disappointment in his eyes. And he was pretty good, but he wasn't.
Which
the
event are
best.
you talking about? Because you got Spice at both.
Holy
Yeah, I
shit.
did. That's true.
Jeez.
I worked hard on that Thrash Bash Spice price too. Someday I want to build a deck of all my Spice cards. And it's got some work.
Put them
a
all
lot
together, like a 400 card
green,
deck.
black, and red. It's coming together. I got like Channel Fireball, so I got some stuff. I mean, I'm working on it. It's slowly coming together.
Dude, you guys, he says he's spicy, but today, this dude, I'm not joking you, goes workshop mocks sushi. Turn two. You're scaling it. This dude is like, dude, don't let him fool you. He's only spicy at cool events. When he's playing against his own son, he plays workshops. You had 3 icy manipulators in play, dude. But like turn 4.
Love.
Well,
so,
hey, it's for Spike Fest, which we're gonna get to.
yeah.
I gotta get this Spike thing done. But I'll tell you what, just in playtesting, when freaking Strip Mine and Factory don't tap for mana, God, that hurts so bad. It is rough. I mean, even a deck as good as Shops, you're just like, no, it doesn't tap for mana. It is a rough card to play. I don't know how I feel about it. It changes everything, and I will admit that. Anyhow, all right. Undecided tie sounds good. We need to make it to more things next year. I think so we got better options. Like to get out there more.
That's my thing. Like looking back, I don't think I went to anything last year. So I just need to try to go to more things.
Yeah, and then we were gonna go down to Tennessee, and you guys got sick. Did a podcast about it, didn't even make there. That's rough. How we rough. All right. Well, we did host some good events. All right. Let's talk about the best local get together here for the year. So, the highlights that I could remember, we had Mono Green in the Woods. We had the Dingus Cup. We had the Ebon Conclave. That was actually earlier in January, and the Battle for the Wood Elementals was also this year. So. All those things seem like a long time ago, but they were all within the
chess tournament was just like last month.
And the chess tournament, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if that ranks in the top of things.
I thought that was a good event. We did the draft afterwards? That was a good event.
That was fun. That was a good one. For me, the number one was the Battle in the Woods.
Yeah, dude.
That shit was. That was like the perfect fucking day. It was like like the 4th of July or something, or maybe the 3rd of July.
Yeah, it was 4th of July.
Yeah. So
dude.
Woke up that morning, slapped together a deck in 20 minutes, got to shoot some bows and arrows, got drunker than hell, beat the shit out of everybody, and then went and watched some fireworks. It was amazing.
Dude, me and Jason were tanked that day. Just bullshitting in the woods.
Was it Ben was too, wasn't he? He had to stay the night or something.
No, he drove back, but yeah, he sobered up. We had like ordered some pizza and stuff, but yeah, we had some. Ben came down from Columbus, dude. That was a just insane event.
I felt bad that we pulled out the bow. Like, we got to shoot to see who goes first. I was kind of felt I had the upper hand.
That's good, dude. You're the woodsman, dude.
That little like video snippet that you guys sent out where we were all sitting there shotgunning fucking beers with the arrows, and then Brian just like fucking bullseyes one right there after. I mean, it was perfect. It was perfect. It does not get any better than that.
Dude, you're wearing the same shirt.
Yep, pretty much. That's all I wear.
Ever since that day. He only wears that.
I've never taken it off.
Dude, that event was insane. Like, that was, I think, like, man, a day. That was the day to remember.
Yeah.
Jeez, and I don't know how this deck didn't win.
The Eureka deck with the giant worms.
Steve,
how did you lose, dude? This deck was on fire until he played against Jason. And Jason just
against Jason, man, I just couldn't get either I had the Eureka and not the creatures, or I had the creatures and not the Eureka. It was tough, and he just force walked.
Dude, you got all those. You got 5 of those sick forests now, so you're just waiting for the next Concordant Crossroads
Oh, the next
tournament,
mono
are you?
green's gonna be
Yo,
solid.
dude, Steven's next mono green deck's gonna be nuts.
Yeah,
This
it
is
is.
the deck that took it down right here. I don't know, dude. Jason, you're too good at Magic. You're
Well,
too
I don't know
good.
about all
Well,
that.
I mean, he's just Mr. Obvious. Like run Forest Walk Giant Growth in a deck in an event where everyone's playing Forest.
Yeah, I mean, it seemed all right. Even though, like you look at this thing, so two of those Barb Sextons there were avoid fates because like after the first round, we were doing the little interview thing for episode. This was actually episode 1 of
Might
the
have been episode
podcast.
1, yeah.
Yeah, this was episode 1 of the podcast, and we were doing the interview, and Brian was like, "What? So what are those avoid fates trying to do for you?" And I was like, "You know what? I don't fucking know."
I played them
What
too, dude.
instance or enchantments are you trying to avoid? Like,
I
play
did it
green
too.
here. I guess you couldn't stop a giant growth.
No, it's only something you control.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
This-
you
Well,
wanna-
in case of the giant growth, your stuff. I don't know.
that just shows you the power of the deck, and then that actually the I don't know, going into one of them, we were going to talk about like most memorable like things that happened in a game or whatever, but one of them was from this event. So we'll talk about that later, I guess.
Well, real quick while we're on this, I'm gonna say
I gotta ask, was it the game against me?
Yes, the final round when you
let's
had
do
the-
it. Yeah, memorable moment of the year for Jason. All right, what do you got, man?
Yeah, it's one of them. I got 2, but
This I remember is I eureka'd and I was tapped out and played Mirror Universe, and he dropped a Scarwood Bandits and took my Mirror Universe and fucking whooped my ass with my own Mirror Universe.
well, so there was that, but then there was another game where you eureka'd. You were down on health. What was it? You eureka'd and had like Force of Nature, like Scaled Worm, and something else against my army of bullshit. And you know, I'm drunker than hell. You had a Zurin Orb out, so I attack, and then you sack all your forests to the Zurin Orb.
So
that I didn't have Forest Walk. And then you block, but I just so happened to have like enough giant growths and Aliopiles that I could like kill the 2 creatures that wasn't Force of Nature. And then the Force of Nature like beat you down over the next 2 turns.
yeah, so we spun the wheel and we
Yeah.
got Dark Heart of the Woods for the enchantment.
That
Yeah.
was yeah,
Okay,
let's
I'm
do
sitting
Zurin
there
Orb.
looking for Zurin Orb. Yeah, we had the wheel.
Yeah, the wheel
Ah,
screwed people up too. The wheel did
Yeah.
screw some folks up.
So Jason swung and he had lethal or close to it, so I like sacked all my forest to gain the life, or most of my forest to gain the life, so I could live. And he had just enough giant growths to pump through.
No, you
And,
sacked all your forests so you could block. So I didn't have Forest Walk.
Yeah, that is what happened.
But I had like giant growths and Aliopiles to kill the creatures that wasn't Force of Nature, and then that Force of Nature was hitting you on your upkeep every turn because you didn't have the forests anymore to sack.
Yeah,
them
I'm
or
thinking
whatever.
another
Yeah.
play, but yeah, I
Dude.
remember too.
I think that's the play of the year, though.
Yeah.
Like, for real, if we had to go into like a play of the year that I just thought of, like at the end of the year type of event, dude, you literally just destroyed every land you had to Dark Heart of the Woods, and then stopped Jason from having Forest Walk. That was I remember just yelling, like howling, like a wild primal
and dude,
mono green monster, dude.
Yeah, and I was sitting there like, what the fuck? I fucked this up. But then like I look at my hand and I'm like, oh, I got giant growths and stuff, so at least I can kill some shit.
He killed everything but the Force of Nature.
But Force of Nature, yeah.
Oh man.
Oh, that was such a good event. Such
It
a
was-
good time.
Dude, that was the play of the year because I turned into a mono green hooligan, dude. I was like a scavenging folk just howling in the woods, dude. Like, no way did that just happen.
We didn't see through all the fog that you and Jonathan were making.
No, Jonathan was playing an aggro deck. It was me and Ben, dude. We were playing some asshole
yeah.
garbage, dude.
Yeah, we ended up doing what, 2 or 3 player interviews waiting on that game to end.
We had to play each other twice too because like the weird
Yeah.
pairings we had.
That
So we
was a
had a Wheel of Fortune. So we had, if anyone not watching the video version and listening to the podcast, we had like an actual like wooden wheel that we'd spun, and it had Night Soil, Fastbond, Titania Song, Deadfall, and Revelation, and Dark Heart of the Woods on the wheel. And when we'd spin in Concordant Crossroads, and you'd spin it, and it would land on one of those, and the game started with that enchantment in play. So when we had Dark Heart of the Woods in play, and you were playing against a deck that had all Forest Walk, Steven cast Eureka, bringing all his creatures into play, and then Jason brings out all these badass Forest Walk creatures, but Steven just says, screw you, and just destroys all forests that he had to Dark Heart of the Woods. But
Which sounds good, but it didn't work.
That Concordant Crossroads wrecked me bad. I don't remember the details, but I don't know. Did I play you, Steven? You had Concordant Crossroads with Eureka. Yeah, it was
like I think it was 2 trikes and 2 scaled worms, and it's like, well, what do we do now?
Because I thought I had that event won, dude. My deck was so solid. I was so confident with 8 elephants, 4 elephant graveyards.
4 elephant graveyard. Who owns that, dude? You own the weirdest cards, Dad.
Everybody that came to that thought they had it won. Everybody was very confident in
Dude,
this.
you're right. Everyone was cocky as fuck in this.
Yeah, everyone was super confident. I was like, no, I got this on lock because I got Diamond Valleys. I got the freaking elephant graveyards. And in a normal world, this deck's badass, but it didn't do that great against your maniacs.
I think Steven's deck was the best. And then if like science and math and some weird shit happened that you should have probably probability had won or whatever. Eureka is way too good against like Fungasaur and Jotun Soldier. Like we had
the final round, me and Jason were tied so close. That's why we had to play that game.
Mm-hmm. It was like the tiebreakers and everything. We were like exactly the same. But yeah, Steven's deck was like amazing. I had no business winning that thing. You know,
that's my deck right there. So many dice.
Oh,
yeah, how many dice was that?
Confident coming into this, but I was not confident. I was just like, fuck it.
This is probably an achievement of some type here. This is the most counters on something for sure. You definitely followed it.
Well, how many is it? That's 35. I have 36 counters on that Thorn Tower.
36 counters on one right there.
I had the most dreadful deck ever built. I mean, there is nothing worse. It was so bad. Holy crap. I was so done with that deck by the end of the event.
See Jason shoot the pink bow. Ooh, not bad. Not bad at all.
Yeah, we did a bow and arrow to see who went first, and Steven is like an actual deer hunter.
So. Yeah, he actually keeps hitting the bullseye over and over.
Steven went turn 1 every game with a Eureka deck. That was cool.
Let's just not talk about this. I don't even know what's going on here.
You had to get his deck photo, and that chair was wobbly as hell. That's what bro's supposed to do.
Stays in the middle of the woods.
Ain't like a French girl, Jack.
Yeah, I did triple Jester's Cap someone that day with the Forgotten Lure over and over. So I might have like gestured him like 5 or 6 times.
Dude, that card is underrated as hell. Like I didn't like that card for the longest time. Then I started playing the A-to-A format. Like that card's good.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, I mean here you can see my elephants like working. Like I had aspect of the wolf on all these regenerators.
Graveyards with 5 elephants in play. 4.
Yeah.
4. Wow.
Well,
so next year,
I think that's our top event. I don't know. I mean, I think we need to do it again. Let's not do it directly on July 4th because.
Let's do it overnight with a keg of beer. Okay, so like we have to bring tents, not on July 4th, and you have to, and we have like a keg where like there's no excuse. Like we're going to town playing mono green. Like bring 4 mono green decks with you. It's going down. Yeah.
I'm up for a camping. I don't know if it needs to be a keg, but all right. What about best trophy? So this this is really cool. This is an actual cup that looks like a wood elemental. That is in the running, or the
Dingus
5-5
Cup.
bottle from the Dingus Cup.
That one's pretty
Nice.
sweet.
That was pretty sick. So I don't know. I mean, that was the actual Ebon Hand bottle is a prized possession. Pulled that off. So I don't know. I mean, I'm maybe that cup. That cup's pretty damn cool. We had all these. You went to like Goodwill and like snagged some.
Yep. Yeah. I
Sandblasting
was gonna do a chess tournament one, but I screwed up. I didn't screw up. It was like around holiday season and crap.
Yeah,
But
we need to just get a sandblast booth at the warehouse and do our own stuff.
yeah,
Can't
because
go wrong with that.
I still have more clay. I would like to. I love these little like cozy gnome cups that I like to drink beer out of. I want to get better at making those. So one day I'll be like that old school guy that makes sweet cups.
Let's
for
jump
prizes.
around. Ben got top stall from 2022. He stalled us out for super long. I didn't realize he had that achievement.
His deck sucked. Holy crap! Me and him were assholes that day.
It's my best award all year.
That's right.
Dicropotence
Forgot the sign and the best ballad. Hey, you got both of those.
with the cig and a beer at the same time. Hell
Yeah, I mean
dude.
that's an achievement by itself.
Yeah. Yeah. Dude, Jonathan needs to be on the podcast soon.
I know.
Honestly, the coolest Ebon Hand member, who's like MIA at all times, which makes him even cooler.
Let's see, return it. Yeah, I think
Wait,
the
no, you two tied. Go. Oh, but you guys played each other, so you guys
Yeah.
tied and then played each other.
Yep.
yeah,
Damn. Holy shit.
game win percent.
Crazy event. It was super fun.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Then we went back to episode 1 right there. The nostalgia was unreal. So
Good
that
one,
was
yeah.
that. If you ever want a good ass time with your friends, go play Magic in the Woods. It's incredible.
That's right.
If I remember right, that episode, I'm just bitching about Force of Nature for half of it after that match.
It's a good card. Best card of 2023, Force of Nature, dude. And the whole new year for new cards to come out.
Yeah.
That's a badass card, dude.
Oh, it's a good card, but I got it confused, man, because I was on a kick at the beginning of the year with Eureka where I was playing a lot of Lord of the Pit, and I mistaked Force of Nature for Lord of the Pit and about fucked myself up 2 or 3 times.
Like, so if you don't pay, if you don't sack a creature to Lord of the Pit, does it go tapped? Or how did you screw up? Or you didn't you thought that you didn't have to pay green. You thought you could just like kill your own creature?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you
So-
mean mana.
Oh, it was bad. It was so bad.
That's a bizarre mistake to make. I'll be honest.
Yeah, that
Yep.
that will screw you real quick.
I was running that like in Eureka for like 2 or 3 months at the start of the year, and I just got it mixed up with what we were doing that day.
That's like my biggest question for Eureka players is like I'll see them playing Concordant Crossroads. I'm like, if you're playing Force of Nature, are you like winning that turn? Are you playing like I'll win quicker? Or like how are you paying that like quadruple green cost in Eureka? Because I don't think you're winning that turn. If you have a Eureka and like 3 Force of Natures in your opener, like that's a mulligan when it could be a badass hand.
With the black green build I had, I ran 5 mana dorks, and they were usually sack outlets to the Lord of the Pit or to pay the green.
I think I like Eureka Lord of the Pit more than Force of Nature for real.
Yeah, so do I.
Well, if you're doing Eureka, I mean, the best is Bolas. If you're doing like Concordant Crossroad and just planning to get in there, just whatever they didn't play, you just hit them, discard their hand. But that can be tricky if you don't have the mana. Same thing. You don't have the 3 colors in your upkeep, he dies.
Yeah, he
Really
needs triple
sucks.
colors. He needs triple colors that aren't green.
That aren't green. Yeah. So
That's why I run the birds.
Yeah, you need every Eureka deck is 4 birds, or you miss playing. Absolutely.
all right. Let's see. What's the Looking, well, it's not. I'm just glancing at Discord real quick here to see what's on here.
I'll just bring up something quick that's not in the show notes. I will say this has been an odd year for the meta of old school because it actually kind of switched from the deck, switching to a more higher power. I feel like people have really came to grips of like creatures with 4 defense dying to Psionic Blast, creatures with littler defense dying to Bolt. Like people have like really dialed in the math of like how much damage per can creatures do. And we saw a lot more Mahamoti Jin in like winning decks in big events. So Mahamoti Jin kind of goes to like the best creature of 2023, which is very weird because he can be like blasted, he can be control magicked, but he wasn't side blasted. And with the big, Serendib Bolt Lion deck that was everywhere, kind of just put like a nice the deck stop to the Dib Bolt deck. So that was kind of a weird thing that happened in 2023 was Mahamoti Jin was like a good card. And Sarah Angel was not as good as it was prior, although I think 2023 will be the year of Sarah Angel. Because we all know how to beat Mahamoti, and that's Blue Blast and Control Magic.
Yeah, Red Blast. Red Blast will deal with it.
Wait, doesn't Red Elemental Blast destroy red cards? Blue Blast, right?
Blue Blast destroys
Yeah.
red card.
Wait, really?
Yeah, blue and red.
Oh, I've always had that confused. I've never said that right my entire life.
Just looking at these prizes, these were pretty sweet too. These were some the Ebon Conclave. Remember the feature match table on that little tiny?
Oh yeah.
That super small card table. That was pretty awesome.
Who got the champion on that? That's a sick prize.
Did freaking Ben come down from Columbus and win the Ebon Conclave?
Yeah, Ben won the first place in that one.
Ben
Was he
Rebel
playing
from
Underworld Dreams?
I think so. I don't know if he put his deck. He didn't put his deck in here now. But yeah, I think that's what it was.
Wow, when you win an event, don't even give the deck photo. An absolute Giga Chad moment, dude.
He might have
Clap
it
for
here
Ben, dude.
He
Don't-
might have it in here. That's
What a badass move, dude. I'm
I'm not gonna say that. I think he might have put it in here someplace.
I went in the episode of 2023, be like, what were you playing that event? And I was like, I don't know. I won though. I love that. Ben's my man. Didn't even show you guys.
That's when I flooded our Discord.
Yeah, this is when he flooded. I think. Yeah, we're still. Was this the one he won with? No.
Yeah. No.
That
It is.
Columbus Kobold's picture.
That is his deck. It's his soul ring.
It's his Soul Ring, but I think he was just showing us the deck. I don't think that's the one he played. Sorry, man. Sorry, Ben. Not giving you good justice on this, but anyhow, all right. So I was looking at some of the Ebon achievements. We didn't do a great job of keeping track of things as usual. We do have a 6/6 Dervish, so I think there's an award goes for the. See, these were
Last year.
who got the biggest Dervish last year?
Jonathan.
This year, Steven, nice. Total damage in a turn, 53 right here from Ben. Now, I think Eric topped that at the, you got 14 creatures.
Yeah.
Is that over 53 damage, though?
Nah, those are all 1/1s with Golinomite. So it's just like 28 damage.
Yeah, so
I
Ben
did-
might have rocked in the most with 53 in his
That's
Reanimator
insane.
deck.
Yeah, that's badass.
It's pretty good. Pretty good day there. Pretty good
We
swing.
got, and I'm gonna talk about a triple Shivan, 1 Swamp King, double Deep Spawn, 3 Triskelion, and what the hell is that weird thing that makes 3 1/1s with flying?
Petrovis.
Tetravis, and 1 Tetravis. Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah, that's a pretty good swing. Yeah, that deck, when his Reanimator works, it's insane.
I dropped the ball on that one. I beat that at Thrash Bash and completely forgot about it.
What'd you hit it with?
So I had the ball lightning, and growthed it and berserked it, I think, 3 times.
Whoa, 9.
Well, you
to
berserked it
18,
3 times. So what's the total on that?
36.
It's
So
70.
that's
72?
76 or 72. Yo. You got a
Should've
picture? You
snapped
got a
a pic-
picture? My man Steven. You got a
Nah.
picture?
I do know who I played, though, because he asked me to come to Indianapolis next time I'm working over there and play him again.
Badass.
Well, I assume you're not lying about it. Let's see, I had a 7 counters on a Paul Gould. That's the only thing I felt photo worthy this year.
I actually wonder though. I have a picture. I forgot we were keeping track of the most creatures in play. I think I got more than 14 creatures with Hazes on against Jason.
You may
you had
have.
a big
You
play
had-
on that one.
Yeah, I have
Yeah.
a really crazy Hazes on picture.
Yeah, you
Hold on,
have
I'm gonna try to
shit
find it and count.
Did anybody keep track of like the tally marks for a win card on our
No, I
meeting?
forgot all about that.
Nope.
I had 12 in this picture, or I had 13. So what's 13 times 4 plus 1?
Plus 1.
Yeah.
13 times 4 plus 1. So that's
53. Okay, I
26,
dealt 53
yeah.
damage this turn, and we're talking about triple Gauntlet of Might, 13 1/1s, and 1 Hazes on attacking.
Dude, I remember that deck. That was
It's so
insane.
insane that you know what this is? 53 damage.
Wow, wait, yo, we're tied. I got the picture. Wow, me and Ben are tied for most damage.
So if you got to use photo evidence, then you guys are tied.
I have photo evidence, yeah.
Yeah, I'm out.
Or we just take Steve's word for it and he wins.
But wait,
Oh,
was that
Steven
the
dealt more, but he doesn't have a picture?
was that the turn? Was that the turn when you swung with all that stuff and the gauntlets, but on your attack I like disenchanted like a bunch of gauntlets?
No, this is against Patrick.
Oh,
I'm sitting on
okay.
the other side of the table. I don't know if you guys can
okay.
see it. There's triple gauntlet. I can put it on the Discord. I'll put it on the Discord. All right. Yeah. Man, that was a dude.
Put
That
it
was
in the Evan achievements on the
Okay.
Discord there. So
wow. I can't believe me and him are. Jeez, I would have stalled the game for a turn.
I kind of hate that you have to have evidence, but I like that you have to have evidence. So I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it.
Yeah.
I need
Yeah, I
to
think you
redo
have
the
to-
math though. I need to redo the math.
I
Use
completely
the
dropped it.
calculator. It's 53.
It says I have to get nitrous. I have to get what the hell? I have to get Discord Nitro to send one picture?
No,
You have like 17 Discord names though. This is Necro Hermit 1476. Is that
I
you?
can't even send it to you. I'm gonna send it to you, Dad, and see if you can put it on the Discord. I don't
So you can
understand.
message me.
Dude, yeah, it says I need to get Discord Nitro. I have so many Discords. They're like, dude,
This
well, I got like a ton of messages of events that I join and never play against each other.
Oh, you hear that, dude? Oh.
Dude, I'm so bad about it.
Oh, that's awful.
I can't even send this picture to you, Dad.
I don't pay for Nitro.
Dude, it's
I
trying
don't
to.
either.
What the hell? Well, all right, Ben's got it. I can't send the picture. I got no picture evidence. Damn, I guess.
All
I
right.
don't know. I suck at technology.
Yeah, tomorrow is going to be a big. I'm not going to get a lot of work done tomorrow, Eric. I've got 2, if not 3, Winter Derby matches to play at work tomorrow. So.
Well, tomorrow's gonna be slow as hell. I'm assuming. So
Yeah,
just tell me
then I
if
got all
something
these
cool
freaking
is
guys in
happening.
Netherlands and Europe and stuff. And I'm like, yeah, let's do it.
Sounds
Oh,
right.
can I show my photo of that? That's a cool photo. Let's see if I can upload that
This
sucker.
deck is painful, dude. So you kind of went hard, Dad, on like this. Your big purchase would be the fucking 4 Nether Voids and land equilibriums you bought.
Yeah,
for
so
this
yeah, that
deck.
was one of my topics. Was like, what's the what did you guys pick up in your collections? I got some. Go ahead. I know Jason got your Lotus. What else?
Yeah, Jason got a Lotus this year. That's
This
the
year's-
biggest.
This year's been nuts for me because like this is the year that the TCG player store and everything I kind of got serious about selling stuff. So now I've got money. So I added Time Walk, an Ancestral, a Moat, a Lotus, and I don't know, like an Unlimited Savannah, and I don't know. I think there's another Unlimited duel and a couple of CE, a bunch of CE duels or something like that. So anyway, I spent a bunch of money on old school cards this year.
Dude, you went hard, man. I think you have like been a pretty serious contender in 2022 in old school, because like you have gone from like wanting to play control, you've slowly been building your deck, and you're like, all right, I'm gonna buy all the cards in control, and now I'm gonna be buying these other cards. You've been talking about playing other colors.
Yeah,
you're going all. You're like your brain's exploding in old school. And you got the Lotus. That's what happens. You get Lotus, and once you buy Lotus, you're fucked. Like you're an old school player forever. I can't quit old school even if I wanted to.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess I don't know. My goal is for 2023 is to finish out the rest of the power, except for maybe Time Twister. I never did like Time Twister, and
don't.
Then yeah. Other than that, just start going to more events.
Okay, so those are all 4/4s. How many of those do I got? All the tokens are 4/4s.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12, so it's 44.
No, 48. And then a Hazazon is a 2/4, but he's actually 5/4.
48.
53,
52,
dude. We're
53.
fucking tied.
It's a tie. It's a freaking
You
tie.
gotta be kidding me, dude.
Yeah. It's a tie.
It'll have to go to orb flips, I guess.
Yeah, my purchase this year was to finish up Land Equilibrium because I love that card. So I got 2 or 3 this year. It's just such a Brian card to screw with people and make life hard. And then when I had another Void, and then Eric told me another Void, and then where did I get the other one? I got like a third. Maybe I had 2, and Eric, you said you were selling yours, so I bought it. And then Jason had 1, so I ended up picking up a 4th Nether Void. I'm not exactly sure how I got all 4, but Nether Void Land Equilibrium is a pretty nasty lock. And I don't know, I've been tinkering around. We'll see how this goes. I'll start playing this tomorrow. So inside tech for anyone that's trolling your future matches. I ended up going to the drop of honey route because I don't know, when you and I first tested this against like a white weenie deck, and I was dead before I could do anything. It didn't matter if you only had 1 land. But the old
drop of honey, dude. That's such a good combo. That's like
drop of honey is so good because everyone kind of holds back. They don't want to play into it, and then you nether void them, or you land equilibrium, and then you nether void them. Then I strip my own lands, and you're just like, holy shit, I can't do anything the rest of the game.
And you can still cast Drop of Honey under Nether Void. It costs 5 mana, like or 4 mana.
4, yeah, it's 4 mana.
It's an abyss.
Yeah, so once somebody actually pulls something, they finally get something out there, I'll forecast Drop of Honey and wipe the board again. It's a little sketchy. You're about dead when it's about over. So we'll see. I'll report back, see if I get any wins.
And look at your win conditions of this deck. It's 1 Scrib Sprite and 2 Pendulum.
No, I got 3
Vices. You got the Vices.
3 Vices, and I got a Scrib Sprite with the Pendlehaven.
Yeah.
Those elves get in there.
Dude, please
those elves do work.
How much damage does the 1 Pendlehaven do in the Winter Derby? I gotta know, like overall, like just keep track of it.
You want me to track that? All right, let's see how much that 1 Pendlehaven does. I got 2. I got 2 Pendlehavens. All right, I'll track the Pendlehaven damage. I'll have a
land. How much
tally on my phone.
Storage lands are sick with Nether Void. I mean, that's honestly pretty sweet. It'll probably be strip mine, but like if it's not, it's really good.
Yeah. This is that Boral format of like 4 of everything, and like if it's available, go for it. Which is a weird. I've never played it before, so we'll see. I feel like this locks out anything if I get lucky. I mean, I really need like land mox, Soul Ring, Land Equilibrium, like right out of the gate. Turn 2, Nether Void. That's the one I want to be doing, but that's about the only best
did you
win condition.
finish all 5 moxes this year? Like all 5 moxes look super insane.
Yeah, I had that last year.
Oh, last year? Okay.
Yeah, I did all 5 of those. Yeah. I didn't. I mean, Brossard was so far behind. I haven't even really bothered him with anything. I don't know. I don't know what I'd get done next. Anyhow, I don't think I want to do a Lotus, but
Cheap cards, just like just get like a desert altered by Brossard. It looks badass.
yeah. So anyway, that's been my new acquisitions for the year. Actually, and finishing off those the elephant graveyards for the the mono green event. That was
Wait
also
up. Have you always had all strip mines with towers all signed?
Yeah, I've had those for a while. Yeah.
Damn, dude, you got that. Do you play? You don't play any factories in this deck. What about? Are they all winter?
I only have one winter.
One of
You're
each?
thinking of our buddy Patrick. He's got all the winters for like days.
Well, you already have the strips as all the towers. So I guess you have to get a few more winters if you're wanting cards to buy.
I got a sweet deal on those signed stripped towers. That was a really good deal. I forget what it was, but it was dirt cheap. I'm like, what? Yeah, I'll take them. So can't go wrong with that. What was your big acquisition, Eric? I know you got some stuff this year. Do you even know what your favorite pickup of the year was?
Oh yeah, I feel like I'm pretty good with money, so I like hold money, and then I'll be like, dude, I got a lot of money right now, and then I'll like blow like $5,000 at once. So obviously pre-modern, I bought like a lot of pre-modern cards all at once. But I bought in like one day 4 Hazes on, like 3 drop of honeys. That was that was a pretty big buy, I guess. Yeah, that was a super fun day. Like one of the most, that was the coolest old school day. It was like seeing Edward Beard Jr. at the Christmas Village. That was super cool for old school. I think that's probably like my biggest buy was all the Hazes.
The drop of honeys and I'd say so.
I went pretty hard on those. Yeah, that's definitely it. I think. I guess I spent a lot of money on alters this year on like white cards.
Yeah, you got some cool alters, that's for sure.
Yeah, those are like all like $200 to $300 a piece. So I spent, maybe a little over $1,000 on alters or something. And pre-modern has been pretty cool. Although what's funny is like I do like the cheaper pre-modern cards. They're like more fun. So pre-modern is like so I've been building the completely signed the solution deck.
Yeah.
Guys, that's not cheap. That's been sucking. I hate clicking buy it now because like I finally see the card signed, but like okay, I'm building the deck and I haven't seen it yet. So there's a few cards I've not been able to get yet. But like buying like signed flooded strands have sucked. Yeah, those have been the signed pre-modern cards and Hazes on drop of honey for sure.
Yeah, I try to get signed stuff for my cube, and it's brutal, man. Some of those are really expensive.
Getting a playset, dude. The freaking signed seal of cleansing, due to common in pre-modern, but it's like it's a disenchant, but it's an enchantment, so you can like use them whenever. Dude, everyone wants that card signed, and the bids just go to like $40 for a freaking common. And so I own 4 Hazes on. I don't know if I'll play it. I just really love the card, dude. It's like I don't know. I like
it's super cool.
The like a warrior that like brings his army behind him. It's a badass legendary creature. I'm gonna be messing with.
If you can understand the new 4 Horsemen rules, I think that might be a good deck for that.
Oh, is it like legendaries not a thing or something?
It's the most. This guys, I don't know what's going on with them. Let me try to explain. Let me see if I can find. I'll try to explain the newest rules. Could just like ban workshop or whatever, like
banned, not restricted.
Should we restrict shops? No. Let's. All decks must have at least 6 legendary creatures, and all legends are restricted. If your legends converted mana cost equals 6 or more, reduce it by 2 colorless. If the legends converted mana cost is equal to 5, we reduce that by 1 colorless. I mean, what a convoluted. This is worse than the crap I would come up with.
I like it, dude. Holy crap, Stang is good though. Stang only costs 4 for 2.
Stang only costs 4, but you only play one of them. But you got to play 6 legends.
So Stang has his on. Freaking what's the one you and me like that like green creatures get +0/+2?
Oh, Jock Levert.
And then what about the one that taps for 2 colorless?
I know. I mean, I could play this. But
The deck's like I feel like I'm just like I solved it that fast. Like,
I
red,
mean, I'm
green, white.
anticipating 1.0 people signing up for this event. It's so like no moat. All right, cool.
No Caracas.
No Caracas, which makes sense if you're gonna force legends. But like, I think I'll just play shops with some with 6 legendary creatures in my deck. I don't know. It's anyhow, it's kind of a lost cause. I like they're trying, but holy hell.
Yeah, I joined the because you were telling me about the 4 Horsemen thing, so I joined the Facebook group, and so I started looking, and I found their YouTube channel, and so then I started looking at like some of the videos that they did of like the tournaments or whatever that they had
Yeah.
the past year, and it's all just like shops mirror matches. So I was like, well, this.
But now this allows
Yeah, never
dual
mind.
lands though, right? You're allowed dual lands in this as well.
Yeah, they had dual lands last month, and actually my deck was cool, and he watched me play and was like, "Oh my God, is this recorded? I want to put this on stream," because it was pretty cool. I ran, it was a split 3-way, so you could either run Eureka, you could run All Hallows Eve, or you could run Shops, depending on what you drew. And I had a couple of Bizarre Baghdad in there, so like if you end up getting All Hallows Eve, I'd crack that and throw everything in the graveyard. If I'd get Shops, I'd just play the Shops. And if it was, Eureka, I'd play Eureka, but I could not beat Shops. So like I played Shops twice and they just ran me over because I got too many funky little things and it's too consistent. So I was like, hey, But in my last match, he's like, "Hey man, you want to play?" I'm like, "You playing Shops?" if so, you win. I'm like, "No, I'm not." I'm like, "Okay, then, yeah, I'll play." But and they did have some cool games, and I really did some neat stuff, and had some huge, like All Hallows Eves and stuff against the non-Shops decks. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like I could fix
That's
format, but who am I? I don't know.
What
That's
would
not
be
my
the reasoning? What's the reasoning not banning Shops?
Because Brian Wiseman likes Shops.
Oh yeah, I know all old schoolers love Brian Wiseman. So what other?
I feel like the guys that make decisions are extremely spiky, and they want the very best decks, and they'll play the same deck forever, and they want 4 mana drain because they want a control deck. They want
That's what Brian
they want 4
Wiseman
shops.
plays.
They want the
Yeah.
shops deck.
4 mana drain. This is Brian Wiseman's deck of choice, I'm sure.
Yeah, so I mean, and then you can't have 4 mana drains in shops. It's just like it's so stupid.
I feel like there's
just unbeatable.
there's like 2 types of people. Well, there's more than 2 types of people, but like there's the people like I don't know, most old school players I feel that are like, I want to try something different. And so then they build like a new deck, right?
Yep.
But then you've got people like Brian Weissman and those guys that are like, I want to try something different. I'm going to run 2 lightning bolts instead of 3 lightning bolts. And,
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? So it's like,
That's
if
actually-
you just tune in shops, then it's like nobody gives a shit.
Well, old
That's
school
my,
does
like-
it. Old school brings in those old pros that love playing stuff, and if you're a pro, you'll jam you'll run a deck 1,000 games just to see and tune it out, and that's cool. I'm cool with that. That's a cool way to play. To just like I want to win. I want to cutthroat, but it's not really how I want to play. And honestly, why I made the podcast and everything. It's just like I kind of like screwing around and just having fun. But some people would love to win, and they love to just see if they can win against other people that want to win, and that's a cool thing. They can go do that. I'm
Dude,
cool with
guys, joke's on us if like you and me or really anyone, maybe Jason, anyone but Jason wins an event. Joke's on you guys. You guys fucking suck at the game. If we go to an event and like any of us win, because like we are playing jank. Jason might win, okay. But joke's on you guys.
So that's the thing. So it's like the whole when I compare it to like Commander. So like if you've ever played like Commander, right? You're supposed to have like a conversation at the beginning of like a game of Commander where you say, okay, well, I'm playing this like crazy shit that's going to kill you on turn 3, and then somebody else is like, well, I'm playing like Octopus Tribal, right? It doesn't work together. But and I kind of feel like in old school, it's kind of like the same thing. Like everybody that just wants to play all this like crazy shit. It seems like there needs to be like a conversation or something because.
No, just lose your first 2 rounds. Lose the first 2 rounds, get kicked down the table, and like down in the lower tables is where it's at.
It's just everybody's going in with different expectations, and so
I agree with you. With whatever, man, you can play Spike. I don't care as long as you're a good opponent. Like that's my thing. Like, I've beat some of those spiky players with like complete bullshit decks. And they get upset. Not all of them, not many of them, but a few of them just get upset to the point where it just ruined the whole fucking game.
Right.
Like, I hate that, man.
Right. So,
like,
I'm cool with, I mean, even, I was pretty cool, honestly, losing over and over in Four Horsemen to Shops over and over. It's like, all right, whatever. If you're cool about it, that's fine. I don't really care. But, I also know I can't beat it.
To share that moment without any names or anybody mentioned was when I beat the Spike player with a Wood Elemental deck, and he got pissed. Like, he was mad. And I was just playing
Steven.
Yeah, it's all in good spicy fun, and I managed to like berserk a Wood Elemental for the win.
Yeah, that's the play of the year, dude. Facing off as a Spike player, Steven, my man. That's the greatest story ever. The greatest story ever told.
The greatest story ever
This
told.
dude, he just shows up, he just draws a hand of Ancestral Recall, Time Twister, 4 mana drain, and he dies the fucking Wood Elemental, dude. The greatest story ever told. Well, I think that's kind of like this whole year has been. I feel like I have like 2 sides of me, like a Jekyll and Hyde thing, where sometimes when I'm building a deck, like I want to get, like, I'll be like, man, it only makes sense to splash Savannah Lion in this deck. Like, why would I not want to do that? So that's kind of why I started playing pre-modern. Because I want to just allow myself in pre-modern to just be as spiky as I want to. You're gonna play pre-modern, I'm gonna try to stomp you. If you don't like Winter Orb and Richardon Port, don't play me in pre-modern. In old school, I'm doing the silliest, goofiest shit you've ever seen.
Yeah.
Like having 2 formats to just kind of like flux back and forth is, I think, like the most healthy thing my brain can do. Where I'm just like, I'm building an old school deck. I'm cutting Lightning Bolt. Actually, that was the most fun. Like when we get to that segment, I'll just get to it right now, real quick. But like the most fun I had this year was a Goblin deck that I had cut Lightning Bolt and Chain Lightning from, and played other fun red cards. Because like Lightning Bolt is the most unfun card you can play. Like, okay, guys, everyone do this motion with me. Hold out 6 cards, 6, 7, 5, however many cards you want. And just take your hand and go like this. Just set it down real quick and put it back up. All right, cast a Lightning Bolt. Boring as hell. So I decided that was not fun. Ball of Lightning is not fun either. It's the same thing.
I kind of got excited a little bit.
And no. What is fun, and that was the most fun, like probably the most fun deck I played all this year was a Goblin deck that had played like Gauntlet of Might and I don't even know what even the card's called. Like sacrifice 2 goblins to make 3. Is that what the card does?
Goblin.
Yeah.
Goblin Warrens.
Yeah,
that card was that's the most fun card I've had all year. Dude, that but you can't play the card without cutting something super boring. So that's why. But my brain is like, why? Like it's literally painful to be like, dude, I'm not gonna play Lightning Bolt in this Goblin deck. I'm like, you fucking idiot. Play Lightning Bolt in your Goblin deck. Like, what are you doing? No, you can't do this. But I can do that in old school if I allow myself in pre-modern to just net deck Sly. I'm just like, I have a deck that's fucking able to beat anybody. Like I have that built. I have to have that built and set off to the corner of my room.
Just so that you know.
I know that like what the right play is. Like I know that that's a thing, and I know that like I want to also have fun. So that's my whole personality of 2023. So I want to play pre-modern with you guys, and I will not feel bad playing pre-modern with you guys if I kill you with Phyrexian Dreadnought turn 2. Like I don't care. Sorry, don't give a shit about that. But in old school, I will not be ancestral recalling into time walking into time twistering you into recalling time twister, and then you're dead by sonic blast and atogs or some shit. I will not do that.
Well, pre-modern's definitely more for that. That's for sure. So that's a good call. Yeah, it's good to have those outlets. So it makes you just want to win, you know?
Sure. I started picking up a lot of the signed pre-modern just like he did, and started altering a bunch of lands and power this year.
I've been liking the collecting. Yeah, because the art's still good in pre-modern. Once it gets to the new shit, it sucks. So I want to get the signed cards and the old cards. Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah.
It's really nice. Just it's hard. It is such a good outlet. That's my whole personality going all of the next year. It's just old school. Like, it's so much. I hate winning the first 3 rounds in old school in an event, and then I'm stuck playing these dudes that suck at playing counterburn for the next 2 rounds. I'm like, man, like I could play your deck better than you, and you just net deck this counterburn deck. This is boring. Oh yeah, you cast a Blood Moon. Like everyone knows how to that. We have to face that card. We can get around it. It's boring. You know, it's better. I just want in old school to just lose the first 2 rounds. If I can just get to those bottom tables quick, as fast as possible, I know.
Well, that's why I feel like you should play more. You need to be playing more ante, man, because that is you don't want to lose ante ever.
That's a spiky format, dude. And there's
spiky.
Like powerful cards. Powerful.
But you gotta really spice it out because you don't want to spend much money.
What do you think about
man?
Wait.
I think it's bullshit that the only powerful like
Is that you only got 5
cards.
of my only 5 birds from me?
1 page.
Oh, okay.
Page and a half of birds.
That's all shit you won?
Probably at least 30% of it.
Oh my, okay.
I know you got a lot of money.
I see. I'm the same way. I want to win. I never feel bad winning an anti-match because it is kind of cutthroat. But the limitations you set on yourself of like, all right, I'm gonna run. You know, I can only invest so much.
Yeah.
I need to run this rabid wombat. By the way, that's my card of the year. If I haven't even played it that much, I'm like really hooked on it right now because I'm doing it in like all the formats. But after seeing AJ play Rapid Wombat at the Thrash Bash, that was a cool. I mean, you can do such cool things with it. I've got all kinds of brews. I want to brew with it in Stasis because it has Vigilance. You know, it's kind of a cool Stasis brew. Obviously, go with Enchantress, but I don't know. Maybe the best. Like my anti deck does not include Enchantress. I'm like, I'm just gonna run Rapid Wombat. You know, and I don't know. That's a fun card. So I like trying to win. I do enjoy that, but I also like finding some limitations. And I don't know. To me, that's ante has been where it's at. So I need to get with Jason. I need to get with all you guys and play some more here before I need to just have an ante blowout.
It just makes for good camaraderie too, because like we've had some really funny alters and shit come out of ante.
Well, yeah. That's not everyone's into like a giant dick on their forest or whatever, but. I don't know.
Show me a person that's not into a giant dick on a forest.
That's true.
I mean, I've never met him.
I've not met that person either. See, I did a couple of non-dick alters here recently. I got a whole stack of them. I lose.
This is good, dude. This is cool. The Elves of the Deep Shadow is cool.
Yeah, Adam did that. He knows nothing about Magic, not interested, and I'm like, all right, here. He's like, what are you doing? I'm like, we're gonna draw shit on these cards, and then because I lost them, and it looked pretty cool. That was his concept. Yeah. So,
yeah, I like that.
Yeah, it looks cool, dude.
Whose is that? Did I lose that to Jason?
No, both of those are mine. Megan,
those are yours. Okay.
I'm still waiting for four of mine.
Yeah, I got 4 for you and a forest for Eric. Yeah, I know. I got that one backlog. I feel like Brossard over here with all the shit I need to alter.
If you need to borrow some dick paint, I got plenty.
I might have to come over and play a few games, borrow some dick paint, take it home. No, I love the anti stuff. But I'm like, all right, I need to come up with some new ones, and then boom, 3 seconds later, I got like 3 new anti decks.
I don't know what made me think of this. Well, I guess because it was last week. But so Christmas Eve, I hopped in a Modern tournament just for shits and giggles with some friends that play like local news stuff. And I forgot that Mana Burn isn't a thing in that format.
There's no Mana Burn in Modern?
No.
Oh, I didn't know that.
The guy kind of running shit was like laughing his ass off as I was taking Mana Burn off a couple of things. I don't remember how it happened. But he's like, that doesn't. Yeah. But
You were doing it to yourself, even.
Yeah, I did it to myself. But so I don't even like play that format. It was just, hey man, we're getting together to play. I said, all right, I'll come up with something. So I dropped $50 on a list I used to mess around with, and I actually went 6-0 at that event. Like it was.
Yeah, I mean, I heard about this.
What kind of modern deck was
What
this?
list did you run? I mean, a freaking diehard old school cube. No, I mean, Commander. Like, what the hell are you doing in Modern? You're so out of place. It's like.
So there's a card called Fling.
A strip club. It makes no sense.
So it was like Fling, Kiln Fiend, Giant Growth. There's a new card. It's like it's a fucking dinosaur. I got it around here somewhere. It's like Rotting Regisaur or something.
Yeah, the 7/6 for like 3 mana or some shit.
Yeah, 7/6.
Yeah.
Giant Growth at once, swing in for 10 and fling it. 20 damage. Like
That'll do.
easy. Oh, it worked out really good, but it was just complete bullshit. No sideboard, just to participate, and it worked out. It was funny as hell, but it was ridiculous.
That sounds cool.
That's runner up real quick. Second favorite card of the year. Presence of the Master. I ran that in like 3 of the four horsemen events because everyone runs enchantments because no enchantment removal. And if you play him first, all new enchantments are countered. And it wrecked several games, and I loved it. I've got an old one like signed by Garfield or something like that. I paid like 6 cents for one day. Runner up, favorite card of the year for me.
My favorite card of the year, even though it's I don't know, it's kind of stupid, but it's Necro, just because that's my anti deck. And when I was a kid and I was playing back like when Ice Age was out and everything, I didn't understand how good Necro was. So I never really got to play it before. So this has been my foray into Necropotence, and I love it, and I love anti, and I like drawing dicks on it, and so that's it.
Yeah, Necropotence is one of the top. That probably wins top altar for the year too. I guess I don't know if I have it here. Is Necropotence in the? Should be in the.
Definitely should
format. But yeah, it's on here. Okay, so I can share this. Yeah, I mean the Necropotence is really good. That's a solid one for the year.
It's been a great conversation piece too.
Well, I'm glad. I still think my favorite altar, like I spent a lot of time on Necropotence and on Dignotic Spectre. But
yo, that was good. The big dick coming off the Spectre.
Yeah.
The fact that it wrapped around him and actually came back around behind it, that was high level stuff.
Yeah. But I mean, honestly, my favorite altar that I did all year was the little smiling sperms on the lava tube. It took me like 3 seconds to draw.
Yeah.
I mean, that was my favorite.
That
it makes me laugh every time.
Wow, that is
good. Got me right now. Every time.
I
love it because I talk so much shit about it being the worst card you could ever play, and then you beat me like 17 games straight. And finally, last game of the night, you lost one to me and Auntie, which was perfect, and then you altered it perfectly.
All right, in 2023, I'm gonna get into Auntie. I've been the most anti-anti player.
Anti-anti, yes.
Man,
I don't know.
That format has not hit it for me, but you guys kind of talked me into it.
Yeah, I mean, we won't do this to every ornithopter you have. Like, we can do other things. We don't have to.
Oh, dude.
And I don't know why you would do
Gross.
anything else, but that's
We can do this. We can do this to your soulmate. There's options.
Wow.
Oh, I don't know, man. Yeah, it's a good time. I'm trying to figure out when I can go hang with Jason just to play some more of this before the holidays are over.
So
You around tomorrow night?
you what?
You around tomorrow night? I'll come over and jam some
Yeah.
games.
Yeah, I'm around tomorrow night. I'm always down.
I know. I've been too busy or sick or something. Annoying.
Dude, this year's been weird because we got Steven playing Blue, and then we
Yeah.
got Jason talking about wanting to buy Berserks and like get into like aggro. This year has been super weird. Yeah, that's my favorite. I play that in a lot of decks.
That's a
actually.
good
That's
anti-character.
great.
I
That's
play
great.
like a lot of Gauntlet of Might. Like I need like 32 mana sources. So yeah, the Felwar Stone butt has showed up a lot. But this year's been weird with you, Mr. Jason, and oh shit, and Steven playing weird colors.
I mean, I love this card every time I play. I got too many anti decks. I can't get to Felwar Stoner every time.
Dude, that's Kid Rock, dude.
That's Kid Rock.
Dude, that's the Felwar Stone Kid Rock.
So I will say on Eric's comment, it's kind of like you guys was talking about earlier, like the guys who want to try new builds and stuff, just completely new builds rather than cutting one lightning bolt or something. It's kind of been a thing this year, and playing the few blue decks I played this year has been different because I'm green to the core, but yeah, I've had a lot of fun playing blue this year.
That was crazy, dude. You were good at it too, which sucked because you really crushed me. He was good at it, dude. You counted all the right spells and you casted all the right cards, man. You had the Control Magics, the Mahamodis, and those are the big cards, I think, of all of 2023 were the
Dude,
big
now
blue
that
cards.
like the Cthulhu and Kraken lands, like I'm just gonna have to play those more often.
Dude, your altars, you definitely win the sickest altars of the year for sure.
So the forest got done, and the mountains will be here next week. And then the plains start.
So mountains are a dragon and the plains are an angel, right?
We haven't decided on the plains yet, but the mountain is going to be like a big copper tone dragon, like coming down, like turning its head. Yeah, it's gonna.
You could do like do the plains is like each individual plains is like all the plains are like a big army of like a bunch of dudes. Yeah, there I am, dude, losing to blue probably. That's the face of me. It's like, what the fuck, dude? You seriously countered my Gauntlet of Might 15 turns in a row? Like,
That was fun.
I'm just trying to cast Gauntlet of Might, people. Stop counterspelling it. Okay, so yeah, the card I played the last 15 years has been Gauntlet of Might. The card gets counted every year. 2022 in the books. Another year, 2023, another year of Gauntlet of Might getting countered. I'll make that same face in the last picture. It's a good card, guys.
Yeah, I think Gauntlet Might's I think I have two. I need to pick up two more. That's my goal for next year, maybe.
Oh, is it?
Usually pick a couple cards.
It does me so well, yeah.
Huh?
It does me so well.
It's such a cool card. I don't know. I love it. Because I got 4 candelabras, so I can also, use it with that, which is pretty amazing.
It is just ridiculous the amount of like never ending. It's like a staircase that never ends. It's like, oh, I can play this deck with Gauntlet of Might. And it just always gets destroyed. And I never cast the cards that cost 9 mana in my hand over and over again.
This was a boomerang I never shared.
I never shared that
I haven't
one.
shared this yet, I don't think, on the cast. Steve, this one saw it. It seemed appropriate for our level of humor.
I love it.
It's nice. Very nice.
All right. Well, I think one of the last things I got to talk about is we didn't get to the Battle of Ohio this year. So we've got the Columbus Cobalts, we got the Cleveland Rocks, we got the Akron Legionnaires. I think there's a group in Dayton. I apologize, I don't know their name. We've got the Ebon Hand. So I'm trying to figure out like where do we do it? That's been the biggest dilemma is where do we hold it?
Yeah.
So Brandon, who works in our Northern Ohio office, is kind of like, I don't know, if you drew a triangle between like Pittsburgh, Cleveland, and then where he is, he's like right down here at the bottom of that in West Lafayette or Chuckton County. So he has a house and he goes there for work every day. He bought the house. It's an office. It's basically in an empty house. It's got like 2 beds. It's got a full kitchen, got a grill, got everything. It's ready to be dominated for an entire weekend. So I think the Battle for Ohio, at least the first one, should be there. And we'll probably do like maybe a 3-person team event where we like combine, you stack the 3 decks together and they all meet the same, EC limitations or whatever. So one person gets Lotus and one person gets each Mox or whatever. You got to divvy it up. So you bring in 3 people. But let's go up there on like a Friday. And then we got all Friday night. We can ante, we can do whatever the hell. And then Saturday, like some people probably can't make it there Friday night. Like Saturday at noon, we'll fire it up, do the actual like Battle for Ohio official event and call it a day. But it's like the perfect house to do it in because it's in the middle of freaking nowhere. And Brandon, who, he's part of our crew, he just bought the property next door. So there's no one around. It's completely desolate. Like no one. We could go murder people up there if we wanted. It's so in the middle of nowhere, but it's central to everybody except maybe the Dayton guys. But even they're like as short as we are. It's like right off of the main interstate.
It's actually maybe a cool spot to also maybe we could do Friday at the Concordant Crossroads. So on Friday, so I went up there one time on a business trip and I stayed the night there. And I just went down to the store, I bought some beer, and I actually went on a hike on this property for like literally until like midnight. I just walked through the freaking darkness, and it is like the perfect spot for just.
So it's right here, yeah. So this is
in
the
spot. Middle of
nowhere,
dude. Like you can.
We got Cleveland, Columbus, Cincinnati. I mean, it's a bit of a drive. It's like 3.5 hours or whatever. But the Dayton guys. But the winner of this event then chooses where to have it for the following year.
There you go.
And maybe they choose to have it here. I don't care. But I think I could make this work. And it's literally just a house in the middle of redneck nowhere. It's probably bring your own beer kind of setup, but I've never been able to really get out to too many of those like, overnight weekend kind of things. But I think we can get there pretty easy on a Friday. We can cube, we can
Concordant Crossroads on Friday, dude. I'm telling you, man. He's got like actually a pretty nice hiking spot on his property. You can go walk.
Yeah, if we do it like when it's warm enough, we could do the outdoor stuff.
Friday, Concordant Crossroads. Saturday, the real competitive event. I'm telling you, because it's actually pretty sweet.
Make like a weekend out of the whole thing.
Friday and Saturday, yeah, dude.
So I've got this entire box of random boosters.
Oh shit, that's late night. That's late night after the.
I dropped $100 on that full.
Wow, that was.
Oh yeah,
Show that again.
$100 on booster.
That thing
nonsense.
was insane. That thing was like 4 Harry Potter books filled of.
Oh, it went deep, man. We got thunder, just like motorcycles.
Dude, that's going to be the best draft game ever if you're drinking.
Oh my God. Power Rangers, Battle for Earth, Hunger Games, The Hunchback of Notre Dame. It's everything you could ever want. Angry Birds and Final Fantasy and some stuff I can't read. It's great, man. I got hundreds of those. So we can do one of those. And I don't know, and maybe we need to tie each event to some kind of thing. Like maybe we have 3 major events, and whoever wins 2 of the 3, or whoever has the best record at the end of the weekend gets to win the Battle for Ohio. to kind of divvy it up.
Dude, I'm telling you, Friday at Concordia Crossroads, because his property, you walk past this cornfield, go up this big hill, and it's like up in that area is where like Native Americans and stuff would go out there. They like live there. And it's actually pretty serious. Like it's like a big mountain, like very steep hill with like big massive rocks and stuff. It would be a cool, very cool spot to be playing Magic. And then you come back.
Is team like 3-person teams better than two-headed giant?
Yeah, I think so.
Teams is usually played with what? Modern, standard, and legacy?
No. It's 3 people. You're all playing old school.
I know, but like that's what it usually is.
No, and freaking Raja is the world national champion for vintage. I'm not gonna have the world national champion show up for vintage against vintage, old school, and pre-modern.
Okay, but he has to win Concordia Crossroads the night before, plus the fucking Hunger Games draft.
That makes more sense. But then, like the old school,
all three.
All right, maybe we just do individual events. Like, all right, so we have like in the woods, we have
late night Friday drunken
chaos draft, and then we have like an old school event, and whichever team has the most points, you get like 3 for first, 2 for second, and we just do individuals, and it's just like how many, bring as many as your team members. So if we get like,
I don't know, I like the idea, like maybe not play like team, but you know, each
city,
because what you were talking about before, where you share a card pool, it was called Unified.
So, like,
yeah, and so that was I always thought that was really cool, and that would be cool in old school. That way, you know, each team only has X amount of power to go around, that kind of thing.
Except I feel like Dayton and Akron are kind of smaller groups, so they're going to be, you know, they're going to probably have 3 people. They're not going to have more than that. Cleveland, maybe a little more. Columbus could have a little more. I don't know. If we start talking some shit, maybe we'll draw some more people. I like Unified. I do love the idea of, and then you sit down and you just have like 3-on-3. You're each playing your deck, and you can like look at each other's hands and stuff. You can kind of help one another. I just think that's really fun. I like doing that too. But you know, Ebon Hand's gonna have to either bring 3 or 6 if we do that.
Well, I think we could. I mean, who we got? Well,
I think it's
4 of us right here.
4 of us, and Jonathan's usually good for going. That's 5.
You got Patrick, and you got Brandon.
And Brandon's 6, yeah. So Brandon will be there. It's his house.
Yeah.
Basically. So yeah, that'd be easy. We could have 2 teams of 3. That'd give us a decent shot. Because I don't really want to lose and have to drive to Cleveland in 2024, but I will. Just to get redemption. I think it's a great idea. I mean, everyone's very into it. And like, I don't know, they're a lot of my favorite people, so I'd love to just talk shit about all of them. This sounds great.
Dude, it's dude, it is so sick that Raja is the #1 vintage player.
It's amazing.
That is the coolest shit.
Did you already did? He won like $2,500 and just gave it back and said, I would like to donate it to the support people that put this together. Yeah, the guy's a freaking legend, dude. He's such a legend.
Is that what he did?
Yeah.
Dude,
he won 25 or 3 grand or something like that, and just said, "No, I'd like to donate it to the people because Wizards sucks at compensating their people." And he just paid the staff.
My deck is $2 million. You guys want to give me $3,000? I will donate that.
Nah, it was vintage. It was like a $17 deck. It was all bullshit, new cards.
Yeah,
it's basically standard.
All new cards plus
it's essentially standard.
Dude, I think he plays at Beta Power. I don't know. His stuff is altered and signed so well.
Yeah, I know.
He's like the Ohio player, though. The fact
I know. That's why I hope he makes it. Does that sound good to you guys? We just gotta pick if we're gonna play outside, we're gonna do it.
Do it in the warmer months, yeah.
In the warmer months, then. Is Brandon gonna set up tables and shit? I won't talk to him. Anyhow, I got a location finally. That's been the big challenge. Is like find a location. We can do whatever the hell. Jonathan can show up with his big bag of weed or whatever the hell he wants. Don't matter. It's all.
We got tons of weed with Jonathan coming, guys.
Well, the non-piss test group and the piss test group, and they can all hang out together. It'll be great.
Our boys got you covered. Yeah, that sounds so much fun.
Yeah, that sounds sweet.
All right, cool. We're gonna make it happen. We'll pick a date.
Real quick, 2022, no one played Wrath of God enough. You guys, 2023, everybody play Wrath of God. The card is insane. Like,
You know what's insane? Terror. No one plays Terror.
Yeah.
Hey, I played
Terror and
Oh, you
Pendlehaven.
play Terror. All right.
Freaking Pendlehaven ran over you guys this year. Yep, play Wrath of God. There you go.
I've got
All
this
right,
one
sounds good.
that I put in like every deck that had black in it this year.
Yeah, Terror is a gross card. But yo, okay, hold on. Terror is so good, but my most played card this year was Personal Incarnation, and no one teared it. No one actually
Yeah, this is
I'm gonna
true.
go as far as to say this. No one killed Personal Incarnation.
Oh,
The card, no one killed it.
wow.
Ever.
That's
It's
impressive.
been I played that card. I'm gonna say that I played Personal Incarnation into play. And in events like that we hosted and other events that I went to, which is one event. But I'm gonna say 20 times. And no one killed it. It's been removed from play with like Swords to Plowshare, but that's it. No one killed it. Everyone. So I don't know. People aren't playing Terror enough, I guess.
Dude, the card that surprised me this year, which I can't pronounce the fucking name of it. Hang on. It's got a weird name.
Ooh, sick. Okay. Card you can't even pronounce. Is it from Legends? The spoiler? Oh, dude, the Druid?
Yeah. So let me read it to you.
It's bad, right?
Blah blah blah. Druid does 4 damage to any opponent casting an instant. This does not apply to the first instant that opponent cast. Each turn.
Yeah, so they cast 2 instances a turn. So how is that good? Explain to me. I know you're telling me it's good, so I want to know why.
I play a lot of green, so usually creature heavy. I'm playing more than 1 or 2 small dorky creatures and eventually Urnums and all that shit. So they're not going to counter like this or that. But say if they don't counter the Urnum, they're going to counter the Berserk, whatever. Like eventually I'll get them to cast that second spell. So they're going to counter what I'm about to play. They're going to take 4 damage for it. It's beautiful.
So you get to kind of like force them into like you better play the second spell a turn or something like that.
Yeah. So it's either okay, you countered 1. Now I'm going to play a bigger threat, and you're going to counter it and take 4, or you're going to let it resolve and still take 4 when I swing it, or 5, whatever. So they still like it still works out either way, whether you're swinging it or they counter it a second.
Okay. I want make that card you're playing all 2023, not all 20. Well, I want to see that card be good because I think the artwork of it is insane. Like it's a 3 mana 2/2, right?
No, I think it's a 1/1.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
Old school is so gnarly. You're just like forcing cards to be good. I know it. I know the feeling.
I mean, it worked though. Not all the time, not often, but when it worked, it worked.
I saw it as a sideboard card. I think that's pretty good, honestly.
Yeah, it done pretty
Against
good this year.
freaking Jason, dude, our boy Jason. How many instants in your deck? You play
I don't know, a bunch.
56 and 4 islands or something like that.
4 lands, 56 instants. Yeah.
Yeah, something like that, dude.
Yeah, there's quite a bit of them.
I know that there are decks that shit is good against because there are so many counter spells. You know what card I'm gonna be playing this year? I'm gonna be playing the Warlord, Keldroth Warlord. I think that card's really underplayed. He's like equal to the number of creatures you have in play.
Keldon Warlord?
Yeah, dude, that card's badass.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Dude, that card is insane. For real.
Fucking Liver King. He's all jacked up on steroids.
Yo, dude, that's the Liver King. But that's what I want in my Magic cards. I want every creature I play for people to be like, dude, that card does steroids. I'm like, hell yeah, he does. Take 9, bro. Yeah, I want 9 damage steroids Magic card. Yeah, that is the Liver King of Magic cards, isn't it? The Keldon Warlord. Holy shit. Liver King has been the funniest. As soon as he came out, he gave me the same nostalgia as like early Jackass did. Just like, I'm gonna eat this bull testicle. I'm like, no way, Steve-O, you're gonna do that? Like, then there's this dude that's like clearly on steroids, like, eat bull testicles and you'll be jacked. Like, I love that. I love that. It sucks that I had to end with like, oh no shit, you're like a scam. Like, it sucks. Yeah, obviously he was a scam, but that was a funny part of 2022. Was seeing this jackass dude trying
The
to
rise and fall of the Liver King.
Yeah, he was literally trying to get
Rise
us.
and fall.
He was trying to get us to eat like raccoon dicks and stuff. Like that is so funny. Like the joke's on us, honestly. Like
I ate a shitload of those raccoon dicks.
yeah,
No,
still not jacked like the liver.
Still
King
didn't get
was.
that six pack, man.
Nope.
I can't believe somebody on TikTok would lie to you.
Yeah, I can't believe. Yeah, that is. It sucks because I will admit, like I have a pretty like holistic, odd diet and stuff like that. So a lot of people thought that I was into the Liver King, and I have been sent every Liver King video ever made by like family members. Like this guy reminds me of you. Like I don't eat raccoon.
Tells you how
dicks.
you're living, man.
Yeah, I don't relate to this guy at all. Like I think he's funny. Yeah, he's like the Steve-O of the fitness industry. That's sick for sure. Pretty funny dude. But then it ends up. I think I said that he was doing $12,000 in like performance enhancing drugs a month. Just like dude, that's literally
Man,
my.
he's a millionaire, man.
Oh, yeah.
He's cracking that on.
Dude, that's
So,
more than my
like,
salary.
I'll
That's
pay
more
like
than I pay a
3% of
Magic
my
card.
income for. Yeah, I guess killing it.
He's got no more. He's got no money to buy fucking collector's edition cards. After
I
all,
still
all
kinda
the
respect
he
him.
does. Oh, I definitely respect him, dude. He fooled like a lot of people, I guess.
Oh
I
yeah, he
respect
did.
the amount of people that he fooled to eat raccoon dicks.
Yeah.
He
I
literally
mean,
had
can you
them.
imagine if you're sitting there, like, you wake up in the morning, you come down, you got your cup of coffee, you got your fucking raccoon dick, and you're just
Yo.
munching away on this, and you turn on the news for the day, and it's like, oh yeah, this guy's jacked up on steroids, and you're sitting there munching on a goddamn dick.
Dude,
Yeah,
dude,
what do
actually,
you do? Do you just go ahead and swallow it? Do you
Fell
finish
for it
it?
again.
Or do you
Dude.
just go ahead and throw it in the trash? Like,
dude,
I
I'm
rethink
down.
my
I'm
life.
actually down. I'm down. Give me $12,000 of steroids a month to convince one dude to eat a dick. That is hilarious. What that guy did. He convinced people to eat cow penises, dude. That is very funny. That's the funniest thing of 2022. Is just
Dude, they
the-
got a lot of
Pretty good.
it's
Any
weird.
good music? Let's switch the subject. We're gonna wrap up here sometime. Anybody discover any good music this year?
The number one band was Summoning, is what my like Spotify said. Summoning, which is like a Lord of the Rings metal band. And then like my personal favorite was a band called Gnome. Yo, that band is like it's like the stoner metal type, like kind of the same riff over and over again, really heavy. So that yeah, and then like I listened to a bunch of.
I do like Gnome. I got into Gnome. I started listening to those guys. This is pretty good.
They play like in a greenhouse. I think that's so cool. Like a bunch of gnomes
Oh,
rocking.
their videos, they have like the little hats on, like the little gnomes and stuff.
Yeah, you
They got great
imagine them.
videos too.
You
Yeah,
imagine them
Gnome,
as like tiny little gnomes. Yeah.
Gnome
you got
has some good videos.
Summoning
You got
is like super
AJ's
good.
band.
I didn't hear you, Steven. What was that?
So you got to shout out AJ's band, man. Share it.
Yeah, Spirit Board. Our dude in the Ebon Hand is in a band called the Spirit Board. They're like a punk band. Honestly, pretty good. Like I've listened to like 2 of their songs, and they're pretty good for sure.
It's so hard to Spirit Board.
Yeah, like a
Yeah.
Ouija board.
I seen this hat that had like the Leviathan cross on it, so I was like, I got to check it out.
It was like
I
the
seen-
Leviathan cross upside down with like an upside down cross with like a pentagram when like inside of a Ouija board. They are like pushing the agenda of scariness. Yeah, they got it going. But no, honestly, their songs are pretty good. The lead singer is like AJ's always had the ability to find lead singers that have like very high vocals.
Yeah, high
low
range.
vocals.
Yeah, they're cool. Yeah.
High range for sure. For like a punk band, Spirit Board is solid for sure.
Do you guys know who Radkey is?
No.
So into Radkey because they sound like Danzig. And yeah. So, but like like I don't know, I was going through this with Brandon, but like Dark Black Makeup is a really good Red Key song, and you're like, all right, so these guys are, I don't know. When you hear Danzig, you sort of think a certain look. Maybe I don't know if I'm a moron or I'm old or what, but like this is the band. Like these kids are freaking Danzig, and they are so badass.
No, that dude got the Danzig sideburns. It just makes
Yeah,
yeah.
dude, I can listen to their entire album. Now they're not new from like 2022, but they're freaking amazing, dude. I love them. There's I guess it's the band called Karma to Burn.
Yeah,
I just love the name Karma to Burn. I just like that's my new life. I want to be able to live to like, I just have Karma to Burn. I think that's one of the greatest band names I've ever heard. Because it's like a lifestyle, It's like if you have Karma to Burn, you're good. But if you listen to their song 57, it's just, I think it's all instrumental. God, that's a good tune too. Also, not a new band from this year. I'm trying to think. I think it was something.
A band from this year that I will say, if you like the movie Conan the Barbarian, this dude, he just like only plays a keyboard, but it's Khull. Cole, which might be kill if like because the U has like dots above it, but Khull. If you type that in, it's got like a Conan the barbaric theme to it. I listen to like a lot of like atmospheric music, but that album has been he like dropped an album this year. I've gone to like I've worked out to it every day. It's like it's real heavy. You just think of like a kid with his watching his parents die and forced to walk around the wheel every single day. You feel like Conan the Barbarian.
You feel just like him, all right?
Dude, yeah.
Wow, that's intense.
Yeah. Definitely recommend Cole. That's a badass band.
I got an old band to recommend that you guys may have missed, called Electric Six.
Yeah, they're good.
Their song Down at McDonald's.
Dude, it's insane.
It's so freaking. You gotta watch the video because he's a Minotaur and he's just like rocking out as a Minotaur and his like horse ass and jumping around and stuff, and it's so funny. They're very like oh god, what's the? Can't remember the name of the. Been drinking too much.
I'm going down to McDonald's. It's like
the hook gets you going.
It's good, dude.
Super good. Yeah. So you might need to check out Down at McDonald's by Electric Six. That's been kind of a jam of the year. But again, it's old. I just sort of like stumbled on it. It's probably 10 years old. I'm like, oh, how have I not seen these guys? They're like kind of like a little bit Bloodhound Gang. There's some songs like Naked Pictures of Your Mom or whatever. That's what I can think of. Bloodhound Gang. They're a little bit like that, but pretty damn good.
Some more kind of like
that last time we were playing old school, or not old school, Auntie over at your office, and
we were.
Who are these people? And so I actually looked them up. I don't even listen to music, but I looked them up just to see.
Don't even listen to music.
No, I that's one
thing.
I
got big into Smut Peddlers this year. They're like from the 90s. But like their song Buck Naked on a Big Wheel is freaking amazing. It's just like a kid driving a big wheel around naked. And I'm like, it just inspires me every time I hear it. So those guys are great.
I got two more music recommendations. Just two more. I listen to a lot of music. Like all right,
I do too. That's why we're doing this. We're just helping the people out that have stuck around this freaking long in a podcast. Coming up on 2 hours. They need to learn about some good music finally.
So 2 hours in, so like cultish, barbarian, absurd music would be Hyperborean Steel, which Hyperborean is like where like the fantasy aspect of like where like barbarians live. Like Conan lived in Hyperborea, so Hyperborean Steel. And then for any of my like hardcore black metal listeners, unfortunately, I would say black metal is like kind of an absurd genre, and the band Old Nick did what every band tried to do.
Old Nick?
Old Nick, dude, people are gonna hate
Not
me.
old Saint Nick, just old Nick.
Well, that means Satan. Like, right? Like, people be like, Old Nick did that. Like, the band name is Satan. So
Okay.
Old Nick is what black metal is, like this genre where you're just trying to be as evil as complete possible. And the band Old Nick is the best black metal band of this year. Not the best black metal band ever, but they did whatever. Their song name cracks me up. This song, the old dude, it's such a funny freaking such a funny song name. They had an album called Crocodile Note, which was pretty badass. But obsessed with it. Yeah. Okay, so the song that I would say that every band wanted to do this year is called Obsessed with a Door That's Haunted by 243 Ghosts. Yeah, that is the black metal song of the year that every band tried to be like this year.
That's solid information, man.
Obsessed with the door, dude. I mean, this door is haunted by 243 ghosts. Can you not be obsessed by that door?
That definitely sounds like a thing.
It's insane. It's completely insane music. The music video is actually pretty sweet too. But this year in music has been weird because I've mostly just been going to the gym and listening to like funk and techno music, like really cheesy, like old school techno music. So
Let's get kicked out of my. I was trying to sign in. Well, I'd say if anyone has music suggestions, send them to ebonhandmtg@gmail.com.
we'll definitely listen to
We'll
them.
critique your suggestions.
We'll definitely
We
listen
go
to
pretty
it.
deep.
If it's got a guitar in it, we'll listen to it.
And I mean, I guess since we didn't have a podcast last year or the year before, my song of the year is still Greenhaven, Mother Jugs and Speed. I think the lead singer has actually died, but it's such a good song. Every time I hear it, I enjoy it. It's Greenhaven. And I think there's actually a movie called Mother Jugs and Speed with Bill Cosby and some chick with big boobs that's named Jugs. And I don't know who Speed is, and they all drive an ambulance. I've not watched it. It's going to be one of the worst movies ever made. So it's on my list to watch. Mother's Jugs and Speed, and then the whole time be like cranking out to Greenhaven and their version of it. I think I'm gonna make that the intro to the song because to the episode because it's like 1, 2, 3, go, and it's so good. They're so good, but
do it for like memorable themed podcast.
Yeah. I mean, I always mix it up.
I
heard one comment on our commercials from the last one, so apparently no one actually listens to this podcast.
That's sad.
Although I don't know, if they send it to me on Twitter, I'm not on Twitter anymore because I've like started this professional business Twitter and never go back and look at my magic Twitter. So don't reach out to the Ebon Hand on Twitter anymore. He's never on there.
Whatever, dude. It's sweet just chilling with the boys. If no one listens to it, I don't care.
Yeah, I don't really care. This is just
cool
this
to
all
chill
for
with
me.
you guys on the internet, you know.
I've already forgotten 2020, so I'm going to be like going back to listen to this
Dude,
stuff again.
we're still stuck in 2020. I feel
I want to go listen to the Lost in the Woods Only Green episode already. It's only been like 6-7 months ago.
Did I actually listen to that last week on my way back from Cleveland?
Episode 1? That's cool.
Yeah.
And we are doing God's work. That's awesome.
Definitely.
All right. Well, let's see. Next event.
We'll do a January meetup.
We'll do we gotta do a Spike Fest. We doing it midweek or we doing a weekend?
Yeah, we'll do Spike Fest real soon, boys and girls, with the new rules of stripping.
Yeah, the new rules with.
We need to come up with a like. Do we have a place to go to? Like a next event that we can travel to?
Traveling event? I'm not sure about. No.
We need to start looking into that because that's my goal. I want to travel more.
I'm with you, man. I'm good. Yeah.
Dude, I'll stick with it. I've always said to have like a weird, it has a bad rap, but like a white van. but then like airbrushed with like a hot naked chick with like a G-string, like fighting a werewolf or something on the side.
Yeah, one of those old like vans with the like drapes over the windows, you know?
Yeah, dude, with like
Yes.
the airbrush on the side of like
Yes.
the Hymn to Torah artwork or something.
Yeah.
Ooh, dude.
Is the van
License plate,
guy.
Ebon Hand. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. You guys all got older kids. When my kids get a little older, I'll buy the van. I feel like I can't ever go anywhere. My kids are too young.
A little girl played mono green the other day, old school.
That's an achievement. See, I don't want to get my kids into old school because I want old school to be a way to get away from my kids. So you're kind of like digging yourself into a grave where you can't ever escape your family, dude.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding, dude. I'm just kidding.
Nice.
That is sweet though. So I feel like that's the best format to teach your kids, like old school.
That's what it was, man. It was all like 40 card, revised, mono green, just power and toughness. Nothing special. But like she did good, man. She smacked me with a crawl worm twice. Like I was proud.
Yeah. I kind of feel like old school's really good to teach kids. Because like any of the new cards, like if you can't, fucking read a 3-page essay, then you can't read the damn things.
Dude, there's just
Minus
too
legends.
much shit going on now.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can't teach any of your kids legends. Prove me wrong.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
like that.
Old school minus legends is like a great initial starter set.
I don't know. Legends ain't got nothing on like
Oh, really?
Dominaria United or whatever.
Dude, tell your daughter to build a deck around Alcor's tomb, dude. It ain't gonna happen. You can teach your daughter to build a dinosaur tribal deck.
I
They
mean,
ain't gonna
she'll
build no
she'll have an
deck.
easier time building something with Alcor's tomb than fucking Ultra Magus Dino Bot Leader with like 13 sides and fucking all this shit.
It's so crazy.
Ugh.
Yo, this is an awesome podcast. So I'm up off here, boys. I gotta go to bed. So
All right.
Yeah, me too. One last song. With your freshman, friend of your mom's. Also, one of the greatest songs that no one knows about.
ever written, really. That's a
Yeah, really. I mean, those guys were so spot on.
And we met fourth year freshmen at
Yeah.
Skatopia, which is like the most legendary spot to ever meet somebody.
Yeah,
Skatopia.
get in the van. I got what puppies and candies inside. We're gonna have a little fun before the.
I mean, the
change
band
radiator
name-
so you can't run. We're gonna have a little fun for the goddamn Amber Alert. What the hell's rhymes? Something rhymes with Amber Alert. It's the most ridiculous.
You sound off. Just let them listen to it because you sound like an awful person.
Oh, it's the
song
worst
is
song
hilarious.
ever. Yeah, it's like
The song is hilarious.
Yeah.
But you sound like an awful person trying to talk about
Yep,
it.
just make that the outro.
no, it is. Yeah, that's gonna be the outro. We're gonna figure it out.
He's not always like this, guys. The song is pretty funny,
It's-
though.
They did molesting children with style. It was
Oh,
a classy way to
okay.
do it. No.
Okay. Yeah, that's
Okay.
we've gone into another dimension here. This has turned into another podcast.
Yeah, all right. Listen to the damn song. All right. I'm gonna stop and then we'll put it on here, and you're gonna have to listen to it.
I guarantee you the podcast will end with, guys, check out fourth year freshman. Friend of your mother. Cut.
I'm gonna put the damn song in there. I gotta find it and download it. And listen
deal
to
with
it.
this
I'm pretty
song,
sure
then.
there's an algorithm somewhere on Spotify that's looking for the string of
Yeah.
words molestation with style.
No.
Straight out.
Friend
All
with your
right.
mother.
Love you, boys. Peace out.
All
Merry
right,
New
peace
Year.
out,
Happy New
guys.
Year. Happy New Year.
Good night.
sexual predator. And I'm not trying to act hard, cause I got a sign in my yard. And to get a pound in the star, every kid they find in my car. Maybe you take me in front of Judge Joe Brown. I'll show his black ass out. White